Hello fellow simmers and welcome back to another video. If you've visited my videos before, then thank you so much for coming back. If you're new to this channel and you like the videos that I make, then you know what to do. So here I'm actually doing my first proper build in Ohan'ali. So as I said in the mermaid video that I made, I wanted to just play around with the game first before I well, in that case, it was before I made a mermaid, and in this case, it's before I made a build. So I wanted to just live in the island, just have my sim, have a career. So she was doing the scuba diving career and maxed that one. And just, yeah, just experience it a bit. And I haven't had as much time to play as I would like. So this is the first proper build that I've been doing, and I know that everybody's been doing loads and loads of builds, and I have been watching some really great videos and just been so inspired by all of the different things that people are creating. But yeah, this is my first try. So as you can see, I kind of went with quite a square build. I wanted it to still have the theme of the island, be a bit rustic and fit in with the surroundings. So I've gone for this wooden fence with the teal. I really like how it matches with the water. It's a really pretty colour. And then, yeah, so then I put the roof on, and now I'm doing some over roof bits. So I think, especially in my case, you're going to want a lot of shade. So you want to be able to stand in the doorway and not be exposed to the sun. So that's why I had the roof come out over the front and the back. And then I went for this rustic corrugated iron, I think it is. But it's painted teal, so I can imagine that somebody's got some corrugated iron and they're building the house, and then they want to give it a bit of colour, so they've sort of brushed it with this teal colour. Yeah, and obviously you're going to need some stairs to get up to the place, so I put it on a raised platform. You know, I brought it up a bit higher, because I also thought with the water coming in and out, I know it's a lagoon, but I can imagine with the ebb and the flow of the tide, that it's going to come further up the shore, and so you want some height to your house. And I actually just got off of a really interesting stream with Simaki. So I've been checking out Twitch a lot more recently. I haven't really been on it much. I only actually created my account the same time that I created, or just a little bit after I created my Twitter, Instagram, YouTube channel. I went for the, not the full batch, but pretty much a big set. And yeah, so I've been checking out Twitch more, and today I went online and I saw that Simaki was streaming, and I follow her on Twitter. So I checked out her stream. It was really fun, and there are really lovely people in there. But what I really like about this community is that everybody's so nice and welcoming and friendly and chatty. And we had this really interesting discussion about how people like to build. So I really have to build the shell of my build. I want to know roughly what it looks like and get some idea of the landscaping. So in this case, I didn't really do much landscaping, but in some of my previous builds, the focus was more on the landscaping, and the house was a complement to that, if that makes sense. But in this case, I wanted to focus more on the house and on the deck. So I really wanted this big open deck area all the way around the house. That was the plan for this build. But other than that, I didn't really plan too much in advance, as you can see by me changing things around a bit and deciding that it was too small and it needed to be bigger, and moving the bed from one side of the house to the other, because originally I was gonna have it at the front of the house as this sort of open living plan area, and then I decided actually it'd be nicer to have a bedroom and to have a separate bathroom. And then this part of the front that I'm building now is a more open area to the front. So you're still undercover. There might be a thunderstorm. You want to be under the roof, but you still want some air to come through and to feel like you're outside. And then the deck area, it was, I like this shot there, with the seagulls that are just hanging around in the freeze frame. Yeah. So then the deck is this open area onto the lagoon, where you can really relax and just enjoy the not the season, but the weather. You know, I expect that in the evenings it starts to get a bit cooler, and you can sit out and just really enjoy enjoy yourself and relax. Yeah, and it reminds me of I went on a trip to Southeast Asia a couple years ago, and I went on one of those boats in Halong Bay, and it was so beautiful. It's been on my list for a really long time. But I was a bit unlucky because they ended up cancelling the reservation that I had. So I was meant to be on a tour with a big group of people, and the large group cancelled, and then they decided that the boat wasn't full enough to have. There was only a couple of us left on the booking. So they asked if I minded being moved to a different evening. And fortunately, because when I travel, I tend to pack a lot in and I really want to see everything. But fortunately, my train got in super early that morning, and I was able to move the boat tour to the day before, the day I arrived on the train. But as a thank you, they moved me from the normal cabin that I'd booked to one of their special cabins. And the one that I got was actually right at the front of the boat. So it wasn't a big boat. It definitely wasn't fancy. I mean, I'm not talking cruises. I'm just talking like, I think there was maybe 20 people on the boat, 25. It wasn't huge. But I still, I appreciate that I'm really lucky that I could go. And I was just so happy that they moved us to the front of the boat. And I really wanted to, I was into a lot of time-lapse videos at the time, and I really wanted to get up early and be up in time for sunset and to see all of the little islands that were around and to film the sunrise with the islands. Now, the thing I had forgotten about was that boats move. So trying to do a fixed time lapse did not work. But it was still a really nice experience to wake up early and to just experience the sunrise in the beautiful surroundings and sit on the lounge deck in the shade. And that was one of the highlights of my trip. It was really something that I had planned. And now to go back to the build that you're watching. So I originally planned to have everything for the bathroom in one room. And then I decided that I wanted it to be a bit, I was going for a touch of luxury with this build. So it wasn't supposed to be super fancy, but it was supposed to be a little bit fancy. I wanted a touch of luxury, as I said, in this build. So I separated the toilet from the main bathroom area because I wanted that to be more of a relaxing space, was the idea. And yeah, I mentioned that I've been watching some streams, and I've also been now, since I've been building more and getting back into building, I look at people's houses, or I go around, or I've been looking for a new apartment online, and all I can do is think, oh, I like that design, or how do I recreate that in The Sims? So for example, in a moment, I'm going to create this sink area in this bathroom here. And yeah, usually when I make my bathrooms, I just stick in some freestanding sinks and I think, great, that'll do. But here I wanted this whole area with 2 sinks side by side. So at the moment I've got just one sim living in this house, but you might want to move a couple in. And so I wanted these 2 sinks side by side so that you can brush your teeth together. Like the really cute couple in the new Star Trek Discovery show. That's my favorite scene, is just the 2 of them brushing their teeth together at the early on in season 1. And so yeah, I just thought I like it when there are 2 sinks. And then with the mirrors, it just makes the whole space feel a bit more spacious. And yeah, I mean, you don't see it yet. Later I'm going to stick in a shower because I like the options. I mean, baths are great. I do love baths, but I think it's really nice to have the option of a shower. So for me, a really luxury bathroom has a freestanding bath where you have space to relax and it's lovely, or you have a nice fancy shower. And honestly, I would love like a waterfall shower. That would be my dream kind of shower. Then I went in and added in some more storage because I'm always getting told that there needs to be more storage. And then here's a bath mat because obviously if you're going to have a bath. You don't want to drip water everywhere. And then here I'm working more on the bedroom. And actually, one of the things I really wanted to talk about, even though, so I haven't watched the full video yet. I'm going to do that straight after I've finished doing the voiceover for this video, but it is already getting late for me right now. I won't tell you what time it is in case I don't upload this video yet, but it's getting quite late, and so I'd rather finish the video first, and then I'm going to go watch the Twitch stream from today with the announcements with the new updates for the pack, which are coming next Tuesday. I mean, I like little surprises and when they're gonna be soon. I don't like if somebody tells me something's coming next year. I'll be excited for a little while, but then I'm gonna, it's too far away. So it's really nice to find out that there's new stuff coming and it's coming next Tuesday. So I am excited about that. I hear that there are something like 1,000 new objects. I mean, you need to use a cheat for them, but essentially they're new objects to go into the game. Which is really exciting, and I think they'll enhance a lot of the builds. I'm really excited to see what people will do with them. And then there's this new CAS option where you can answer a few questions when you're setting the sim up, and then it will pick the traits for you and pick the career and also give you a bit of a boost. So as I understand it, you're going to start at level 3 on some of the careers, which I think is really nice because also, I have a lot of ideas, but then sometimes you're not quite sure, or you think a few things, but maybe you want a little bit of direction. So it's nice to have the story mode where you can put in your rough ideas about a character and it will set the characteristics for you, because also one of the problems I have is I just want to make everybody nice. I mean, you've got to have some bad or just dull characters in the game. It's hard if everybody's all has the same characteristics. So I think it was nice to add the randomize button, and it is nice to have the option to have them help set the characteristics and have a boost in the career, and even something about maybe you can start with a bit more cash. So when I'm not using cheats, that's really good. So I'm excited to see it. I'm not 100% sure about the color change, but maybe I just don't like change. So we'll see how it comes in, and then maybe I'll get used to it, or maybe not. We'll find out. So here I'm doing the kitchen. So I wanted with this house, because I separated off the bathroom and the bedroom, I love open plan areas. So this kitchen is really open plan. And I haven't really talked about it, but I mean, you can probably already tell from the video, but I'm going for quite a teal and coral/orange color scheme. And it kind of was meant to reflect the color of the water. So this turquoise water and then the golden sands. So I wanted to sort of echo that in the build. And then here, I'm adding in lots and lots of storage, lots of cupboards, to make this kitchen have a lot of space. So I'm just going to stick some extra plate storage. I really like that. I don't want everything to look too uniform, so it's nice to have these glass windows on the storage and the top of the kitchen. And then here I'm adding in more clutter. So also I recently got the parent pack. What's it called? Oh, I'm so bad with all the names of things. Anyway, yeah, the one that has a lot more clutter for the kitchen. So that's a bit nice. I like to have the bread bin, and I've put in a coffee maker and some kitchen roll, and I did not forget a bin. I put the bin in, and it wasn't at the end. Not that that's meant to shade anyone, not that the person I'm joking about will even see this. But I'm just proud of myself for remembering to put a bin in. And then I was thinking about sort of an eating area inside. So originally I was going to go with this table, but then actually in a minute it's going to get moved to this outdoor area. And then I decided to go for more of a kitchen island bar type seating area. And with this window, then you can sit and have breakfast in the morning and look out of that beautiful window out into the lagoon, which I thought was really nice. And then here I'm adding the tiles in for the bathrooms. And then what you'll notice here is I was trying to be good. You know, originally the plan for this build was that it was meant to be more of a it wasn't going to be a completely starter home, and I did cheat to get the cash because I wanted to build something with, again, like a touch of luxury. But yeah, I ran out of money, so then I had to use a cheat again to be able to finish the build in the style that I wanted to build it in. So now I'm pretty much finished with the bedroom and the bathrooms, I think. So now I'm adding a few more items to the house, and then in a moment I think I'm gonna go and decorate. So I'm looking for a screen here, because even though I want it to be open plan, it's still nice to have a bit of separation, if that makes sense. And so here are some fairy lights just to add a bit of light into this area. And then I left, this is interesting because I wanted to put that artwork on the wall, but when you make it smaller, it still has the shadow behind it, which is not what I wanted. So I don't know if that's a bug, or, I mean, it just doesn't shrink properly. So unfortunately I could not put that in the wall area gap that I had there. And so I'm adding a bit more clutter, some more items to make it feel homely. And then here's the screen I was talking about. I really actually like with this that it snaps, or it seems to snap to the wall. I thought that was nice. And then I love these wicker sofas with the splash of colour, which are really beautiful. And then I put in some armchairs. And then there's going to be, I like the rug, and then I'm going to stick in a TV and have this as a sort of seating / TV watching area, which I thought was quite nice. Because, it's a sort of open plan, but then also a bit cozy as well, with some natural air that would come through from these blinds on the one wall. And then a jukebox for some music, which, everybody wants a bit of music to dance to. And then what do I do next? Let's remember. So here, I'm adding in the dressing gown. And then I think in a moment I should go outside, or I'm just adding a bit more clutter. Yeah, so in the comments, if you got this far, that's great. Thank you so much for supporting this channel. I really appreciate it. And it's a learning curve for me. So hopefully if you're following more of my videos, you'll appreciate maybe that my voiceovers are developing. I'm learning how to talk to you on a video. It's quite long. It's a lot of time to chat for. But if you're here, then please let me know in the comments. I always love to chat to people in my videos and hear what you think and what's going on with your day. That would be really great. And so here I'm just adding more clutter to the kitchen. And then I was going to stick a computer outside. And then, even though we don't have rubbers in this version of the game, you never know when they're going to add them in. So I put the computer inside the house, even though there's also no locks, but still it's just a little bit more secure. And then just a bit more seating area, and now I'm going to build the outside. And I love these glass floors that were added in with this pack. I think it's really great. It's a bit annoying with the columns underneath. I think I could have gotten around it by building, you could have without the columns, but that was a bit fancy. Maybe I'll do that in a future build. And so here we have the lounge chairs, and again with the same color scheme of the sort of coral with the blue teal shade area, and then a table, because if you're gonna lounge and then you want a drink, then you want somewhere to put your drink, of course. And then here some lighting, because it's really important that you can see around at night as well. So I put in these lamps, and then here I'm just trying to add a bit of texture to the sand, because if it's walked upon all the time, then maybe it gets churned up a bit. And of course some palm trees. I mean, they're just so iconic in a lot of these builds. So I stuck two palm trees in. And some plants at the front. I didn't want to overdo it because it is still the beach, so you don't want a really crowded vegetation area. But I just wanted a bit at the front to have a bit of texture and a bit of color. So I like this purple and then some pink flowers and a bit more of the coloration in the sand. Okay, and then now it's time to go back to redecorate, well, not redecorating, but to decorating the deck. So I put a ladder in because, yeah, I mean, it's so much fun to watch your Sims jump off the edge of the deck. This Sim who's living here at the moment, she's a mermaid, so it's really great for her to jump right off the back and then to change directly into her mermaid form. But then, yeah, they can't climb up the ladders when they're in their mermaid form. So I tried it a couple times until I realized it had a little sign that said they don't like it. It's a fin thing or something like that. Anyway, they don't. They can't climb back up, so she's got to go around. But she can jump in, which is half the fun. Yeah, and then in my defense earlier for forgetting the name of the packs, I just want to say that at the moment I'm living in Germany, and I do move around quite a lot, and my game updates depending on the language of the place that I'm in. So in my defense, I forget the name of the packs because they keep changing to different languages. So yeah, that's my defense here. And then here I now decided to make the front area. I keep saying the front because every time I turn the house around, I think this bit's the front now. The back of the house, I made that a bit narrower. So there's a bit more space on the side, each side for this deck area, this lounge area that I've got. And then later you'll see I'm going to add a bit more seating area. And so in that case, then it needed its own roof so that it also didn't hang over the edge of this smaller part of the back of the house. And then here's the jacuzzi adding in that I mentioned I was going to add. And then I decide that I need a shower, which is what I was talking about earlier as well. So I really like that these showers match the wallpaper. I think that's really cool. So it looks good that it matches not the wallpaper but the tile. And then I moved the storage area over to the toilet room so that it wasn't blocking the bath in the main bathroom. Yeah, so again, if you're still hanging around, let me know in the comments what you think of my videos. Oh, there's a ambulance or a fire truck going by. I'm not sure if it caught it on the microphone, but I could hear it in the headphones. Yeah, I'd really appreciate it if you let me know what you think of the videos, if you have any pointers. I'm thinking eventually I do want to start streaming on Twitch. I think it was really nice to hang out in Simaki's Twitch today, and I've been seeing a few others. So I went to Little Simsy's Twitch stream the other day. And I think it's really chill, and it would be nice to build with company and have pointers and to discuss things. But at the moment, my laptop really could not handle it. I mean, I have to record the voiceovers separate from my video editing software because it can't do both at the same time. So I'm hoping to update my laptop soon, get maybe some better graphics. And also, yeah, I'm going to move, and so then hopefully I can set up a nice area where I can stream. Maybe I'll even do a cam. I'm not quite brave enough for that yet, but we'll see how I get on. So yeah, but before I do that, it's obviously important to do research and see what people like and what works well. So anyway, but at the moment we're on this video, so thanks for checking it out. And now I've switched to nighttime because I'm adding a few more lights in. So I added these flip-flop lights at the front and the back, which I think are really cute. You know, I don't always love them. I'm not a big fan of shoes. Let's just put that there. But I like these lights that are hanging on the front and the back of the house. And then now I've decided, I wanted a sort of relaxation area. So there's a yoga mat, and then there's the meditation stool. And then here I was going to use the same screens that I put in the other part of the house. But instead I went for these sort of slats, I think they are, because I could sort of do a half one so that they can still get around the side. And then again, this is another seating area. Here is I went straight to the bar, the Globe bar, so that they can have a drink if they want. They're not judging. Yeah, and then I added in. I was looking at some more lights, going over on one of the columns, but that didn't really work. So I go for, and then here I'm looking. I clicked a button and ended up in the inventory and realized I had this sort of mermaid's chest. So I put that in. I haven't played with it yet. I should find out what is in that. And then here's a barbecue. So again, in the sort of relaxation, chilling out theme, then having a barbecue outside is nice. They're just reshuffling things around a bit. And yeah, I mean, the barbecue doesn't stay there. It moves over a bit, because then I decided that actually what I would prefer is to have the lounge seating area is going to move actually further forward over the glass area. And then these chairs that I'm putting down now move behind it, and then the barbecue is also out of the way. And in the end, I just thought that was a much better arrangement of the different areas on the deck. So here you can see in a moment, I'm gonna move them over. And yeah, so we're getting actually quite close to the end of this video. Thank you so much if you stuck it out all the way to the end. Give me a cheer in the comments and tell me that you made it. That I'll give you a cheer back and give you a virtual high five. Yeah, and then I'm going to stick some screenshots at the end as usual, so you can see this build, what it looks like from different angles. I tried to do I was watching one video which was a tutorial of how to do more slow motion pans of the build, and I think that's really nice, but honestly my graphics really can't handle it right now. So I will practice that a bit more. I'm going to put it in a few more of my videos, but you just don't want to see the jerky video as it's trying to, because also I think one of the problems was that when I did the panning, I wanted to put the graphics up a bit higher because it would look prettier, and then my laptop really couldn't handle it. So I am working on upgrades, but you know, not everybody can have the fanciest equipment, especially if this isn't a full-time job. It's just a hobby at the moment. And so yeah, so I didn't end up sticking that in the video, but I'm going to practice and we'll see how it goes. There's always space to learn and to grow. Yeah, so and then this is a whale statue that I've stuck in with the relaxation area, add in a few more items of clutter. Then I realized that I haven't done the lighting inside, so it's nice to add, it's important to add some better lighting on the inside for being able to see at nighttime. So just moving the plants around, deciding to have these sort of floating glass lights, which are really pretty, and then adding in a few candles and just some decorations for being able to see when it's a bit darker. And then I think we are almost coming to a close. So I'm gonna now say thank you so much for watching the video. I really do appreciate it. It means a lot to me when I see that people are watching and enjoying the videos. That's really important to me. If you have any comments or feedback, or you just want to say hi, then please leave me a comment in the comment section of the video. If you like the video and you want to support me and help me grow, then I would really appreciate it if you do click that subscribe button. And if you want to hit the bell, that's even, I'll do a double high five. That would be amazing. And yeah, now these are the screenshots and I'm going to leave you here. So thank you again so much for watching. I will see you next time. Take care. Bye.